You're listening to the Marne Report.
Well, hey, Fort Stewart-Hunter Army Airfield, Molly here with your latest edition of the Marne Report. And today I am here with my new friend, Mr. Adam Harris. He is the brand new Workforce Development Specialist for Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield. Thank you for being on the show with me today, Adam.
You're welcome. Good to be here.
Well, hey, before we begin, can you just give me a little bit of a rundown of what workforce development is and what a workforce development specialist does?
Sure. So workforce overall is you have really the different priorities for the service culture campaign. So it was made as a priority by our chief of staff, and our Garrison, just like IMCOM, has made it a priority. So it's one of those that is a good thing because it puts people first. So really from the beginning of onboarding through leader workforce engagement, communication, recognition, and of course leader development, it's an area that one, we want to prioritize those efforts with our civilian workforce, but also bring some type of metrics or analytics with that to showcase and to show our leadership what areas need to be improved and what areas need to take priority.
That's great. So essentially, you are going to help all of us civilian employees flourish within our positions and really help our workforce be the best that it can possibly be, huh?
Sure. So it's one of those that it's a position that also highlights for the individual what area do they like doing, and what are those areas that can best be beneficial to themselves, but also to the installation. So of course, we're kind of everybody has that within themselves that they want to move up and do different positions. But a lot of times it's just finding that right fit for themselves, and how can they contribute. And a lot of those is bringing just visibility to the training opportunities or awards that are out there, and being able to communicate effectively to the workforce in different avenues, whether it's through more formal means or informal. So it's one of those that I'm pretty excited about because it's one to put visibility on it.
Yeah.
And something that I think there's been other people in positions like this before, but it's one that since it's been made a priority, it's one that's going to be able to, we can move the needle kind of quick on some of these areas, and that's the goal.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where are you coming from?
Sure. I'm coming from Ohio, actually, up in the Youngstown area. Lived and left there, as going out for college up north. But coming down, I served in Fort Stewart on active duty as an officer here. Got out after about 6 years and moved into more manufacturing. So I was worked for General Electric up in Greenville, South Carolina.
Nice.
And then recently down in the Savannah area, JCB, which is a construction equipment manufacturer. So I've done that really for the last, between GE and JCB for the last 12 years. So different supply chain, different functions, and then managing different teams there. So it's one of I saw the workforce development position. My wife is originally from this area.
Nice.
So we definitely wanted to stay put in an area and kind of put down roots. So the position kind of became available, and luckily I was able to get, they take a chance on me and kind of move forward from there. So pretty excited about it.
Well, that's great. We're excited too. So can you tell me a little bit more about the training opportunities and the types of awards that our Garrison employees may be eligible for?
Sure. So there's different types of awards right now. You have from our IMCOM level, if you will, that have been already standardized and put out to the workforce. And a lot of the opportunity for those awards specifically are just bringing visibility to them. So a lot of times it's whether it's late notice or it's just at times we are trying to put it out at a last minute and put people, and we're trying to put people first. So bringing visibility is going to be the biggest part of the workforce, to know that they're there, and more importantly, know that their supervisors and managers all know that this is an opportunity to highlight their employees and bring recognition on their department. So my first part with this is, one, being able to have visibility to a lot of these internal awards, and then be able to back that up and make sure that there's enough time for these leadership positions and people that have multiple people that they're leading, to make sure that they're bringing visibility to it, but also highlighting their people with enough time. That way, you're increasing your chances of acknowledgement, which is the way it should be, right? Externally, it's going to be looking at opportunities external to the post that hasn't really been done, as far as leadership seminars, different workshops that we can bring in that maybe would bring a different flavor to the organization. Because right now it's A lot of great things have been done, from the MCOM level, and then Garrison has opportunities as well with the Garrison Commander's quarterly award, recognition at the directorate level. But this is really a chance where, in addition to those, to augment those, maybe there's external opportunities, training events that would highlight the employees, but they have not really seen before. So I'd be pretty excited to try those and see what happens.
Well, I think that all of that stuff sounds wonderful. And, sometimes all it takes is just a pat on the back for an employee to really, feel more secure in their position and want to continue giving 100% or 110% every time that they come through the door. So I